Oh, hi! This month's brewery tour is from the Barrel Brewing Company in Londonderry, New Hampshire. I had the pleasure of being shown around by
James.
And my lovely guest hosts are Andy and Alana from Cask Vine, which is hands down the best beer bar in southern New Hampshire.
I'm Andy Day.
Alana Woodward.
Let's check it out.
Speaking of Alana, would you like to tell us about your Alana beer?
Yes. So there was a secret meeting between Andy and myself to design a beer named after the lovely Alana. So we had a great time. Andy gave some ideas of what he was looking for, and actually it was one of the last beers that we got to work on with Joel, my brother. Andy came in, sort of helped, just kind of drank a lot, and
Well, that's what brewing is.
yeah.
That's it. You come in, you drink, and then
one of those
there's
things like
beer.
what my friends think I do.
It's for
It was great, and it was a surprise for New Year's Eve.
Very cool.
Very cool.
We're glad that Andy asked us because a lot of our beers are named after family members or people that are important to us, and obviously you guys are really important to us.
Get it wrong.
Well, no, it fit within our. I mean, every beer on there right now is named after somebody on some level.
Well, even your 10-5-39 is kind of a family
Yep.
symbol.
And that was actually, working on that with those guys, and Allie was the one that kind of started suggesting about somehow tying it in with Joel, and which was awesome that they would do that. We had a heck of a time, come up with names. The first one I thought of was Good Riddance.
Get out.
But it didn't really fly. I don't think my wife would let me do it.
GTFO. Yeah, right.
But yeah, so it was awesome, and the beer came out fantastic, and that was a lot of fun. I got to work at a real brewery.
So are you the sole brewer now?
Now I am, yes.
Or was you and Joel before?
It was Joel, yeah. We even knew kind of going into this that was happening, that he was going to be leaving. Kind of like probably back in July, I really took over primarily doing everything. He was there to help, do whatever, but it was kind of all on me. So it wasn't just all of a sudden, January, here you go, can you make it work, so.
Gave some training wheels first.
Yeah, so it went well. It's a little tough now, not, because he's not here. Like, at least when he was here, I had somebody that knew exactly what I was talking about if I needed something done. Now it's like if I need something done, nobody knows what I'm talking about.
Even you. I don't know.
Oh, I have to do that? What?
So what do you have on deck today?
We have Sweet Jane Pale Ale, Lily IPA, MK Double IPA, and a new one called Pippa Imperial IPA.
Tell us
So
more about
all
Pippa.
hops today.
All hops.
So Pippa was a beer that was designed with a friend of ours, Jeff Poulin. Andy and I, along at Cask Vine, did a contest to see who could raise the most money for breast cancer. And two of our customers, Skip Pacheco and Jeff, also did a side bet. I guess ours was more of the side bet.
Ours was the side bet, yeah.
I got that a little backwards, but yeah.
That's
So
okay. It's early.
they got into an argument about their beards, and they apparently can grow crazy facial hair, and they decided to challenge each other. And then Andy said, "I got an idea. I want to challenge you." I won, by the way. Just want to put that out there. I just want to make sure everyone knows. So at any rate, so part of Jeff winning that contest, he won his side of it, was that he was able to come in and design and make a beer for it. We're a very hoppy forward brewery. People like our hops. We like to make hops. That's what we like to drink. So we said, might as well stick with the double IPAs, Imperial IPAs. We want to make something a little different than any of our other ones. So we used a lot of Ella hops, which is one we don't use very much on any of our other beers. We combined that with Falconer's Flight and citrus. So pretty juicy, a little bit of back end bitterness on it, and a very light color. Would you guys like to try some?
Yes, please.
Definitely. Put some Poulin in my mouth.
Yes. Jeff's been dying to hear it.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys are the hop guys, but you also have a lot of variety in your IPAs that you put out.
Yeah, people come and tell us that. They go, all the other breweries call us the hopheads. We do make some other styles.
Your Coffee Remedy is
Coffee
one of my
Remedy.
favorite beers.
Yeah, it's, actually, Remedy was the first beer we ever had on draft. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
It just so happened it's at this little place down the street where they sell beer.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it good?
No, place horrible.
Pretty bad.
Nobody likes it. Like, they go in there and like, why did I come here?
Well, it makes sense that you'd be on tap there.
So these are our fermenters. As you can tell, we're very small, so we brew one barrel at a time, except for this big one. A lot of times we'll do a double batch, so that we'll get two barrels in there. We try and keep these filled at all time because it's just such a small setup that we go through it very quickly. Made a new beer yesterday. Haven't got approved yet, but we'll send it through. It's a strictly Citra, so we do the strictly series. This one we used Citra hops there.
How often do you guys have to brew?
I try and do 3 days a week. Occasionally I've done 4, sometimes 2. It kind of depends. Different beers can take longer or shorter times to get ready.
And what the hell are those things?
Those are smaller fermenters that allow us to, currently they're empty, but they allow us to totally temperature control inside of them. So they're jacketed with a coolant or heating system, depending on what it is you want to do. So you can actually go so far as to crash the beer in there if you wanted to. Usually I will make my Kolsch in there because the Kolsch is finicky with the temperature, and I can keep it a little more stable. That's actually what we started with when we opened almost 3 years ago. We had a 10-gallon system, and we had those three things.
Their size does matter.
It does,
Yeah.
yes, definitely. So yeah, so that's kind of our histories right there. That's why I don't use them very often, but I feel like they're taking up space, but they kind of look cool.
Yeah, yeah.
R2D2.
Little beer robots.
Yeah. A lot of bigger breweries will use them for pilots and stuff like that. We are located on 15 Londonderry Road, unit number 9 in Londonderry, New Hampshire.
Woo!
Yay! Come visit us.